Tony Tantillo, brought to you by Colavita, America's #1 selling Italian extra virgin olive oil.
Well, it's Hanukkah, and for many, it's all about the food.
We're getting a lesson in the kitchen with Tony and a very special guest.
And a quick tip on the potatoes for Hanukkah, of course. You have to have the right potatoes for the latke. And the russet potatoes, the new crop is in the market, and they're great. When you buy them, you want to make sure they have beautiful light brown color all the way around, free from any shriveling whatsoever, any sprouting. When you bring them home, store them in a cool, dry place, but don't store them in the refrigerator because it may turn black inside. Mike, from Mike's Bistro, the Upper West Side. What are you doing, my man?
Nice to see you this morning.
Here?
I'm having a great time.
This is the first time on television.
This is my first time on TV.
You can't tell. The guy's good. I mean, you've been laughing the whole time we're here. Now, tell me about this latke recipe. It's very special to you.
Well, thank you for letting me do it. This is a very traditional recipe.
Okay.
This is a recipe that I grew up to, and I did a little research on it. It has to be at least 200 years old.
Fantastic.
And it's very specific. It's not a shredded latke recipe. It's more of a pureed latke recipe. It's gooey and in a good way, rich and
beautiful,
creamy.
And quickly about your restaurant. Tell me about your restaurant, Mike's Bistro.
Mike's Bistro has been open for 8.5 years, and thanks to family and friends, we've succeeded, and we're very happy with what's going on over there. We're very proud of the food that we do over there.
I know some restaurateurs want their family out of the restaurant, but for him it's a good thing. All right, let's get going. What do we do first to make these latkes?
Well, first thing, we start with the russet potato, like you said, and we want to use a grater. You know, this is the way Grandma used to do it, but God bless the new attachment here. We could just push some potatoes through the grater.
Okay.
And we're going to mix it with two very basic ingredients, eggs and olive oil.
That's it.
Little salt.
Little salt.
And this is a Hanukkah recipe, so it is full of oil.
Okay.
So, but one thing that we're doing differently is we're not serving it with traditional applesauce. We're going to do something fresh, a real fresh slaw with organic apples and some root vegetables.
I saw this slaw as you were making it. It's fantastic. So this is it's very pureed. It's the texture is a little bit different from the latkes I've seen before.
Well, it brings out the starch and the creaminess, which is really desirable. And that's why we're serving it with something crispy, because this is not a crispy latke per se. If you let it fry for a long time, it'll get crispier, but that's not what it's prized for. It's prized for its just satisfaction. So I'm just going to mix that real quickly.
Okay.
Right, you saw I put a little bit of olive oil into it. I have a pan hot with oil over here, and I have a 1-ounce ladle. And I put a little salt and pepper in earlier, as you saw.
All right. That's oil. That is hot. It's nice and sizzling.
And they don't have to be perfect, you know. They could just be any shape you want. Don't worry about making perfect circles. But definitely start with a hot pan. If it's too hot, you could lower the heat, or you can just pick it up like that. But it's important to start with a hot pan. Now,
let's talk about, those are cooking right there. They're almost done. We have some plated. Now, we're going to finish this off with the slaw that you made. Tell me what's in here. I mean, what I saw you putting in here, apples and...
Well, this is some traditional combinations here that aren't necessarily Hanukkah-driven, but there is some cabbage and apples and some root vegetables, turnips, black radish, a little bit of horseradish. But, you know, you can add some or all of those ingredients. And we also put some fennel for some aromatics.
I like the fennel. I love the fennel, so many different things. Now,
of course you do.
Let's dress this up. What do we put in here?
This is some grain mustard.
Okay.
And
enough right there?
That's perfect. That's fine, as much as you want. And this is some cider vinegar, apple cider vinegar. Just splash that. That stops
a little bit for the acidity?
Yes, this is all about the acidity, because this is a rich item. And here's some wonderful extra virgin olive oil. Not much, because you do want it to be crisp. And, of course, salt and pepper. And a little dash of sugar just to balance that vinegar.
I like the sugar part of it. You get some great balance.
Well, you have to have it.
That's what it looks like when it's all done. Take a shot of this. It is beautiful. You really took this to a different level, a beautiful level.
We do our best.
Mike, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bright enough for everybody here this season.
I think I have enough.
Right now around the wings.
Happy Hanukkah, Sila.
Good. Thank you.
Got a name on it. Good job, Mike. Absolutely.